Welcome to part 2 of Lorne Armstrong's TCAP bus footage. Here we see more of Lorne's pathetic defense while Chris Hansen berates him. Enjoy.
So I wasted 5 years of my life on the internet talking to girls that gained my trust, and she seemed like somebody I could trust.
You could trust. So when you say you spent 5 years on the internet, what, getting taken advantage of by women? In what way?
In every way.
For instance?
I was up in Washington State. That's when I started going on the internet.
When you lived in Washington State? You started going on the internet, and what happened?
I met a girl, she said her name was Amanda James, and she told me that her daughter was her niece, and that she was watching her niece. Well, she was actually had custody of her niece.
You know, Lorne only talks about the Amanda James story because he's sad about Kayla being another catfish just like Amanda James. Yeah, it sucks to be tricked and manipulated by pretend women online. But Lorne handled his grief in the worst way possible, trying to target a young, helpless, naive girl. I don't know what else to say. This guy pisses me off too much.
And then?
3 years later, I moved back to Maine just to be close to her because she lived in Pennsylvania. And I didn't date anyone, I didn't see anyone because of her.
All right, so what happened?
I got back to Maine and I was talking to her on the phone, and my sister wanted to say hi to her, and my sister had been on the internet for a couple of years, and she was able to read people pretty good.
And what happened?
And she got on the phone with her, and after she got off the phone, she was only on the phone with her for about 2 minutes, and she got off the phone with her and told me that she wasn't real.
She wasn't real.
She told me she was lying to me, and she'd been lying to me all along.
Oh, wow. It took Lorne 5 years to finally wake up and realize Amanda James was not real, while it took his sister Laurie a whopping 2 minutes to realize the same exact thing. Quite a strange thing, huh? Many in the community have given Lorne a hilarious nickname, 87. It's mainly because of Lorne being last place in his graduating class, and while he says he hated studying and didn't care what grades he got, I'm certain he's genuinely stupid. Wouldn't be too surprised if he is.
Did you ever meet this woman? Did you send her money?
I sent her money, I sent her all kinds of Dale Earnhardt things.
Dale Earnhardt things?
Dale Earnhardt Jr. things. She was Dale.
The race car driver?
Yeah.
And so because you got taken advantage by a couple of women on the internet, you thought it was okay to take advantage of a 13-year-old girl on the internet?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, and yet another lie Lorne told Chris. Lorne was tired of women using him for money, lying to him, cheating on him, and berating him. Kayla was everything Lorne wanted in a girl. Shy and loyal, agrees with him, and complies with all of his disgusting sexual fantasies and doesn't argue with him or fight back. Since Lorne was the youngest in his family, he never knew what authority was like, so of course he was giddy and excited when talking to young girls. His first chance in his life to dominate someone.
I'm very happy that you talked to me before talking to anyone else, though. This way you'll be safe.
That's what I meant, too. I don't know how...
You don't know how what?
I don't know how I let it lead to this.
Well, here, let me take you down the road. This is how it went. You started with this, and then it goes to... So this is as thick as a telephone book, by the way, this chat. You started chatting with her when? Last month? So you've been chatting with this young woman for a month.
That chat log is extremely thick. Thicker than most textbooks at school. But unlike the teachers at school, Lorne's a blithering idiot who has nothing but beer, sex, anger, and control on the mind all the time.
And so it starts with you being the protective older brother type. And we flip through dozens and dozens of pages here. And ultimately, it builds into a very sexually explicit conversation, right? I wish I were sticking it in you right now. You tell her to delete her archives after we stop talking again, okay? Why did you want her to delete her archives? Help me out.
I
You didn't want to get in trouble.
I didn't want her to get in trouble by her parents.
So that was Lorne's biggest fear? Just trouble with parents? Lorne's very lucky Kayla wasn't real, because her father would have beaten the living crap out of Lorne. Also, had Kayla been real, Lorne would have had to compete against many far better looking, far nicer teenage boys when it came to dating Kayla. And who knows what violence would have come from that. Lorne probably would have gotten his butt kicked by all the teenage boys had he gone to Kayla's school. Lorne would have gotten in a lot more trouble. So yeah, Lorne was extremely lucky that Kayla was a sting.
I mean, this goes on and on and on. Do you think naughty thoughts about me before you go to sleep? You talk about getting married to her. Getting married, she's 13. Huh?
And then when she was 18.
Whoa. What do you mean she was 18?
So I meant when she was 18.
Oh, you were going to marry her when she turned 18. But you're just going to have sex with her from the ages of 13 to 18 then.
Do I need to say it? Lorne's full of lies and hypocrisy. Somewhere in the chat log, Lorne showed deep love for Kayla and wanted to marry her just after 6 days. Also, within much of the chat, Lorne talked about all the sex he wanted with Kayla and being frisky with her on dates. So basically, Chris's assumptions about Lorne having sex with Kayla for 5 long years were truth. Undisputed facts. What's even worse is that on Kayla's 18th birthday, Lorne wanted to get Kayla pregnant with his deformed troll baby. Sounds kind of like Lorne hates Kayla and only wants her for easy sex so he won't be a virgin anymore.
Are you excited about me or my penis? Did you bring anything else with you tonight?
Like what?
Like anything?
Nope.
Food, alcohol?
Nope.
So just the bracelet and the condoms? Nothing else? What do you think ought to happen to you? Oh, here's a good one. Is Miss Vagina thinking about Mr. Penis? What is she thinking? What's up with that?
You can easily see the defeat in Lorne's face even without his hand over it. His chat log is riddled with nothing but sex talk, whiny talk, and boring talk, so no wonder he couldn't win a woman close to his age. Even when a woman he loves stops talking to him, he'll stalk her endlessly and harass her with texts and calls she doesn't even want. So instead, he chose to chat with underage girls because they won't judge him for his insecurities nearly as much. And wow, look what trouble he got into because of that. Smart move, 87.
What do you think ought to happen to you? Help me out.
I think I should go to counseling to get off the internet.
You should go to counseling and get off the internet. Did you ever say to yourself, hey man, I got a problem here?
No, because I never thought I did.
You never thought you did. Does this incident make you think that perhaps you have a problem? What are you going to do about it?
I gotta do something. I can't do that. Oh my God.
Lorne is oblivious to his own problems because he wants to live in a bubble. All that matters to him is stealing money, getting famous, and having control over girls. He did open a septic business but never kept it running because he left Maine for 5 years and he never succeeded at being a country music star when he went to Nashville because his singing is terrible. Lorne wants the rewards very badly, but he really hates earning them.
Well, do you ever watch television much? You ever watch a program called Dateline NBC? Well, there's something I got to tell you. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on evidence. Now, you're free to walk out of this house right now. But if there's anything else you want to say, now would be the time to say it.
What an iconic moment. Chris Hansen winning the revenge of Betty, Molly, Melissa, and Bud. I'm certain Lorne didn't own a TV because he thought it was boring. He was far more interested in constantly stalking underage girls via his computer and webcam. Lorne never met most of the underage girls in person because he thought there'd be instant trouble, such as teachers and parents finding out and calling the police on him. So of course he did all the child grooming in the comfort of his own home. But regardless, that's it for the Lorne Armstrong TCAP bus footage. Hope you enjoyed this video like I did, and if you did so, please leave a like and comment telling me what you enjoyed about this commentary. Until next time, have a good day.